Welcome back. Hello everybody. This is Sunil Dwivedi, your English master. Today I am going to tell you the story of a great play of Shakespeare, Macbeth. As you know that Shakespeare is a great name in the field of dramas. Shakespeare is called the father of English drama. He has written many plays, and some of them are tragedies, and some of them are comedies. Today I am going to tell you the story of a great tragedy of William Shakespeare, that is Macbeth. As you know, Macbeth is a very popular and famous drama of William Shakespeare. In Macbeth, there are some major characters, and Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, King Duncan, his two sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, Banquo, and some lords like Macduff, Ross, Angus, Menteith, and many others. Macbeth play has been divided in 5 acts. Play begins in a desert where 3 witches are talking something, and they are talking that they will meet Macbeth and Banquo when the battle is won by one party and lost by other party. And after some time, when Macbeth and Banquo defeats their enemies and they fight bravely and become victorious. After their great victory, when they returns to meet their king Duncan, on the way they meet 3 witches. And these witches make some prophecies about Macbeth and Banquo. Witches foretells that Macbeth will be Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Glamis, and after some time he will be the king of Scotland. After hearing these prophecies, Macbeth is astonished, Macbeth is surprised, and Banquo also asks or commands the witches to tell something about his life. Then these witches foretells that though Banquo will not be the king of Scotland, but he will be father of many kings. And when Macbeth wants to know something more, then these witches disappears. And as soon as the witches disappears, Ross and Angus comes and meet Macbeth and address him as a Thane of Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. When Macbeth hears it, he becomes astonished and surprised, and now he starts believing that these witches were true. Whatever they said, that was correct. After this, they go to meet King Duncan at Forest Palace, because here Duncan was very eager to offer a warm welcome when it comes to know about the victory of their great generals Macbeth and Banquo. Duncan offers that he wants to visit the castle of Macbeth to honor him for this great victory. And now Macbeth also informs these things to his wife Lady Macbeth through a letter. When Lady Macbeth reads the letter, she becomes very happy, and now she also becomes very ambitious, and she starts thinking that after some time she will be the queen of Scotland, and her husband Macbeth will be the king of Scotland, because she knows when the foretellings of the three witches has made his husband Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Glamis. Undoubtedly, the prophecies of those witches will also make him the king of Scotland. And when King Duncan visits the castle of Macbeth with his sons Malcolm and Donalbain, Banquo, and some lords, at that night Lady Macbeth plays a role of a good hostess, but secretly Lady Macbeth and Macbeth plan to kill King Duncan, because they think that this is the way, by killing King Duncan they can fulfill their desire of becoming the king and queen of Scotland. So when, after having a sumptuous and delicious feast, King Duncan retires to sleep, then Lady Macbeth evokes her husband Macbeth, who is now unwilling to kill King Duncan, because lately King Duncan has offered many honors, many love, many respect to Macbeth. So he does not want to kill King Duncan, but still he wants to become the king of Scotland. So Lady Macbeth evokes him, encourages him, cajoles him, convinces him to kill King Duncan, to fulfill the desire, fulfill ambition, and fulfill the prophecy of the witches of becoming the king of Scotland. So finally at night Macbeth kills King Duncan with a sword, and after some time Lady Macbeth goes and she paints the faces of the gods of King Duncan with the blood of King Duncan, so it may appear that these gods have killed King Duncan. In the morning, when people come to know about this killing, and when lords and other people saw the faces of gods with the blood of King Duncan, Macbeth kills those gods and tells that they have killed King Duncan, so he cannot control his fury, and due to love of King Duncan he has killed them. And after this incident, the sons of King Duncan, Malcolm and Donalbain, becomes very terrified, and due to great fear they know that there has been a conspiracy against their father and them. They know that their life is not safe here, so the secretly plans to escape from this place. And Malcolm says that he is going to take shelter in England, and Donalbain says that he is going to Ireland, and they escapes secretly. After this, Macbeth declares himself the King of Scotland, and at Scone he goes to fulfill the ceremony of crowning. After becoming the King of Scotland, now Macbeth thinks about the prophecy of witches which was made for Banquo, that though Banquo will not be the King of Scotland, but he will be the father of many kings. So Macbeth thinks that now his future is not safe, his kingdom is not safe, because after some time this kingdom will be snatched by the sons of Banquo. So he conspires to kill Banquo and his son Fleance, and that's why one day he offers a great feast and he invites all the lords and thegns of Scotland to attend this feast, and in that feast Banquo is also invited with his son Fleance. But Macbeth secretly hires murderers to kill Banquo and Fleance, and Macbeth tells these murderers that their life has become miserable due to this Banquo, and so murderers become ready to slay Banquo and Fleance. That's why when there was feast going on, when at night Banquo was coming with his son Fleance to attend the feast, before the castle they are attacked by the murderers. Banquo is killed, but his son Fleance escapes. And after some time, when murderers informs about this, that Banquo has been killed but his son Fleance escapes, Macbeth is happy but not completely happy, because he thinks that the half work has been done by the murderers. And when the lords were enjoying the feast, Macbeth says that if his friend Banquo will also present, the feast will be very great. And as soon as Macbeth was going to take his seat, he finds the ghost of Banquo on his seat with bloody head. Macbeth is very petrified, and he starts groaning something. He starts talking with the ghost of Banquo. All were very surprised and astonished, overwhelmed. And then Lady Macbeth tells the lords that sometimes her husband Macbeth makes such type of visual activities, so don't take this strange, this is his usual. But after some time, all the lords and thegns retires, and Lady Macbeth tells her husband what he was doing. Then Macbeth says that he saw the ghost of Banquo. And now, after this, Macbeth is not in peace. He is not satisfied with his throne, with his kingdom. And on the other hand, Macduff comes to know that this is Macbeth behind the killing of King Duncan. So he secretly goes to England to meet Malcolm, inform about this. And when Macbeth comes to know about this, that Macduff has made a conspiracy against him, he orders his soldiers to kill Macduff. And when the soldiers visit to the attack the castle of Macduff, and when they don't find Macduff, they mercilessly kill the wife of Macduff and his son. Still, Macbeth is not happy. He decides to meet three witches again, and he goes to heath and desert place. This time he meets three witches and their goddess Hecate. This time he was foretold by the witches that Macbeth should not be afraid of anything, because he can't be killed unless the wood of Virnum, unless the forest of Virnum starts moving towards the Dunstan Hill. And next, second witch says that Macbeth cannot be killed by any person who has been born by a woman. After hearing these prophecies, Macbeth becomes very confident. He thinks that this is not possible that Virnum wood starts moving, because even a single tree never moves. And secondly, he thinks that all the men of the world have been born by the woman. There is no one who has not been born by woman. So he cannot be killed by any person. And on the other hand, Macduff meets Malcolm in England. In the beginning, Malcolm is not agree. Malcolm is not agreed whatever is told by Macduff, because before Macduff, many times Macbeth, after becoming the king of Scotland, sends many messengers to call back Malcolm. So to become satisfied whether Macduff is true friend or he is a conspirator or he is a messenger of Macbeth, he put many charges on him that he is not a good person. He is voluptuous, he is lusty, he is dishonest. He put many charges. After listening these charges, after listening these allegations made by Malcolm on him, Macduff becomes very sad, and now he thinks that the fate of the people of Scotland is not good, because his country can never get a good person, a good king, as was King Duncan. After some times, when Malcolm is fully satisfied that Macduff is his friend, he is not a conspirator, he is not a messenger of Macbeth, then he denies all the allegations made by him for himself. And then he informs that before the arrival of Macduff, he already got help from King of England, help of 1,000 soldiers and a great general Seward to defeat Macbeth. And after some time, Ross also reaches there and he informs Macduff that his wife has been killed and his son has been killed. He becomes very happy. Sorry, he becomes very sad. And after some time, with the help of King of England, with the help of 1,000 soldiers, 10,000 soldiers, Sewards all moves towards Scotland to attack Macbeth. And when they reach Virnabut, then Seward orders all the soldiers to cut a branch of tree from Birnabut and move, holding this branch as a shield to conceal the exact number of their soldiers to defeat Macbeth easily. And here in the palace, when Macbeth comes to know that he has been attacked by Malcolm and the England army, and when the lords of Scotland comes to know that many lords like Ross, Angus, Menteith and others join Malcolm army, they betray Macbeth. Now Macbeth is very sad, but he does not want to surrender. He wants to fight to the end. And other hand, Lady Macbeth also repents of her deeds, her acts, and he becomes ill. And at one scene, she says that all the perfume of Arabia cannot clean the evil scent of King Duncan's blood. Finally, she becomes so sad that she dies. Macbeth also becomes very sad after hearing the death of his wife, Lady Macbeth. After some time, the army of Malcolm attacks. There is a fight. Macbeth kills young Seward, the son of Seward, and Macduff finds Macbeth, and there is a fight between them. And when Macbeth says that, Macduff, you can't kill me because I cannot be killed by any person who has been born by woman, then Macduff says that he was not naturally born. He was before few months he was ripped from the womb of his mother. Finally, Macbeth comes to know that these prophecies were not wrong. Witches have cheated him because it appeared that Virnabut also starts moving and Macbeth was not born naturally, and so he becomes very sad, and finally Macduff cuts the head of Macbeth, and this is the end of the tyrant Macbeth. After this, Malcolm and others meet together and he thanks everybody for this help to making Scotland free from the tyranny of tyrant Macbeth. And he invites all the lords to meet Scone for his ceremony of crown. So this is the story of great tragedy Macbeth. Thank you.